Right guys, we are live for tonight's Liverpool. When you hear that Champions League anthem, when you see the flag being waved, it makes the hairs in the back of your neck stand up, doesn't it? I mean, nothing makes a season better than Champions League football. Of course, winning the fucking Premier League wouldn't be too shabby, but for me guys, it's all about that Champions League football anthem. We want the Premier League, of course we do, but there's something special. I've said it time and time again, there is something beautiful, something special, something different about Anfield on the European night. It's a thing of beauty. I can see the guys are already excited, the chat's starting to fill up. Nabil, Anthony, Will, Joseph, Kill for Hire, Patbot, True Morgan, Steve Lyons, Mossy Wassy, Thomas Boland. How the hell are we guys? Are you looking forward to tomorrow night? It's going to be an absolute epic battle. Liverpool versus Paris Saint-Germain. Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane versus Kylian Mbappe, Cavani. Beautiful. Neymar, that fucking poodle-haired wonder. It's going to be a battle in midfield. It's going to be a battle of attacks. It's going to be a battle of attrition. And you know what, guys? I can only see one winner, and that's Liverpool Football Club, because I don't think Paris Saint-Germain have the balls for this fight tomorrow. I really don't. I could well be proved wrong. I doubt it, but I could be. Lots of people in the chat already. Evening all, said Robert Coggins. Haven't been on in fucking ages. Been training hard and haven't had the time to come on here with you all. Robert, mate, no need to ever apologise. I keep saying it. It's a privilege to have you guys on here every night. You've nothing to apologise to me for. You've nothing to say sorry for. It's great to have you back, Robert. Brandon said, hi Craig, I'm getting tickets for Watford home game. 80 quid each. Either any road or cop. That's where it is, Brandon, isn't it? I mean, I'd love to say don't go pay over the odds, mate, but you got to do what you got to do. €80 each sounds entirely reasonable, if I'm being honest, compared to what I've had to pay in the past. But look, man, it's tickets to a game. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure you will. Who doesn't enjoy going to Anfield, for fuck's sake? Up the AA family, said Joseph Reardon. Can't wait for tomorrow, said Mossy Wassy. And Lulu is absolutely buzzing. Guys, you know what? We got some good news today. It's not every day I can bring you guys nice little bits and pieces, but if you checked out the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, you will see that we have teamed up with a company that I've been buying tops from for a long time, I have to say. I'm going to just read out the post here just to make sure we're all on the same line here, and you know where to go for this one. So head over to the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, as I said, at Anfield Agenda, and on there you will see a post from Connor, and we are doing a competition with scoredraw.com. You guys know Score Draw shirts. I'm sure you've bought them before. The Raptor had one on the other day, actually. If you see any of those beautiful old retro Liverpool shirts, the ones without the badges, the Adidas and stuff, they're most likely a Score Draw shirt. So we got a message off Score Draw today asking would we do a little bit of work with them, and we said of course we will, dude. We fucking love your product. So tomorrow night, to celebrate the Champions League, we will be giving away absolutely any one of the Score Draw Liverpool shirts that the winner chooses. So all we ask you to do is pop over to the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, have a look at the tweet up there, follow at Score Draw Retro, and of course follow our account, and we will pick a winner tomorrow in the post-match show. I'm so excited to work with Score Draw. I really am. Like I might sound like an over-enthusiastic child here, but I've been buying their shirts for a long time. So when the guys reached out to us today, I took it as a massive compliment, to be fair. Yeah, I really took it as a massive compliment. So excited to do a bit of work with them, excited to be able to bring another giveaway to you guys, and on the Champions League night as well. Cannot wait, guys. So check that one out. Jump over to the Anfield Agenda account, give it a retweet. I'm sure most of you, if you're on Twitter, probably follow us at this point already, but don't forget to follow Score Draw Retro. So it's at Score Draw Retro. And look, we'll be plugging this all week. Well, I say all week, it's tomorrow night. We'll be plugging on tomorrow night's show as well. For the watch along. Hope you can join us for that one. As usual, we'll be starting about half an hour before the game kicks off, and we'll be giving away the shirt, as I said, in the post-match show. So time to get back into the chat and see how everyone is feeling about the game. I've yet to find many Liverpool fans who aren't anything other than revved up, confident, excited, and looking forward to see what the Reds can do in Europe again this season. Do you know what, guys? I treated myself. I said to you guys, know I like to say fuck them. Well, a lot of the time my voice goes when I'm saying it, so I went out and I said to myself, well, what can I get? I got me one of them, didn't I? I only went and got me a little board that I can write fuck 'em on, and I thought it'd be a bit creative with the way I said fuck 'em on the board. So yeah, I went out and got me a little sign to hold up, didn't I? There you go. No expense spared here in the Argos clearance section. You're on the gravy train, Sam Allardyce. What else have we got? Gianluigi Buffon and Marco Verratti are both suspended for tomorrow's game, and also Dani Alves is out injured, said Louis. There's another name there, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, Louis, so I didn't just cut short your post by accident, mate. It was done on purpose because I couldn't read that name. Skipper Dog said, already done, already retweeted the comment. Thank you very much, buddy. And best of luck in the competition as well. There are some fucking beautiful shirts on there, by the way, from the Score Draw. Absolute quality. I'm not just plugging this because we're doing a competition with them. I swear to God, you go into my wardrobe there now, there's at least 3 or 4 of their shirts hanging up. They're quality products. I know Raptor has one as well, so he'll be able to let you know quite how good the products from Score Draw are. Robert Coggin said, do you think Liverpool had Bobby missed training to get inside PSG head to try and make them drop their guard? No, Robert, is the honest answer there. I wish we were that clever. I wish we went about it that way, but I don't think it is. I think he may have just genuinely missed training, buddy, because of the eye injury. We can talk about that one, actually. So if Bobby is ruled out tomorrow, and we all hope, of course, he isn't, but if he was to be ruled out, where are you guys going with this? Would you like to see Daniel Sturridge come in as a like-for-like replacement? Well, I say like for like, basically one centre forward coming in to replace other. They're completely different footballers. Or would you like to see perhaps Mohamed Salah pushed into the centre and Sheridan Shaqiri put out to the right hand side, or Shaqiri out to the left, Salah out to the, or Salah, excuse me, Mane out to the right? Getting tongue tied here, guys. I'm trying to read comments as I go and talk to you guys, so bear with me. So which way would you like to see it happen? I'd like to bring Shaqiri on and put Mohamed Salah through the centre, but I know many people that I spoke to about this seem to be of the mindset that Danny Sturridge is probably the right swap. What else have we got? That's excellent, said Killer for Hire. Regards to the competition. Visual aids, Craig, said Damo. You know, you get it all on here, Damo. I mean, we don't hold back. I mean, $5.95 in the Argos clearance section for that little sign, buddy. But you know what? The fucking bastards. As always, you get these things, you think you're getting yourself a little bargain, and then you pick up the box, you get home, and you're like, 6 motherfucking batteries. 6 batteries to light up that tiny little thing. I wonder how long they'll last. So I'll be sparing with my fucking sign that needs 6 batteries. Like the way you put in a bus, Sam. Robert Coggins, do you think they said it because it was true? Possibly. I wouldn't have thought such insignificant would figure in our preparation myself, said the Raptor, with regards to the whole incident around Bobby Firmino, and are we just kind of, you know, playing a little bit coy with his injury? Stephen Richards wants to know if Bobby is playing tomorrow. Mate, I honestly don't know. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. One thing's for certain, I hope he is, and if he isn't, then we're going to be a lesser team because of it, regardless of who comes in, because you guys know I'm a massive Bobby Firmino fan. I think he does so much work for the team that goes unnoticed at times, not by the players, but sometimes by us fans, because it's not the sexy work, it's just making space for others or doing the hard work to allow Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane to become the players that they are and to flourish in the team. What else we got? Luke Skywalker said, good evening all, thanks for the pod earlier, Craig and the two boys. My pleasure, mate. It was a shame I had to cut it short, but there was issues with Christian's sound at the end. Christian's a very busy man. He was away travelling with work, and he was generous enough to come on, give up his time while he's away at work and record the pod, but unfortunately I think it must have been the broadband in the hotel just wasn't great at the end, and it was breaking up, so I had to cut it short. But we'll be back again on Thursday for another one. It'll be Cash, myself and Joseph, I think, this Thursday, so looking forward to that one. We'll be looking back over the game tomorrow. It's weird saying that because it hasn't happened yet, but we'll be looking back over that game and of course looking ahead to the game of the weekend. True Morgan said, I think my mate Sean is going to subscribe as well. Everybody subscribe, guys. I mean, you should be on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account. It's a really good account. I say that because I don't post on it most of the time, so I'm not big on myself up here. Connor does most of the posting on there, Charlie as well, but the guys run the account really well. I think we're up to almost 27,000 followers or something on there, so it's going along quite well. Personally, I don't think Bobby will play, said Nabil Fekir. Our very own Nabil Fekir. I have to point that out to people because I often think people think I'm just this madman sitting here calling out random names. After Nabil Fekir is here, Jurgen Klopp is here. We do, of course, have our own Jurgen Klopps and our own Nabil Fekirs in the chat. See loads of Sam Allardyce comments. You guys have completely thrown me on that one until I seen a Sam Allardyce there on the chat. But at first I was thinking, what are these lunatics on about? Mossy Wassy said Klopp was angling towards Sturridge in the press conference. Junior said, I rarely get notifications. We're looking to change that, Junior. So what we're looking to do now is schedule our broadcasts. Connor was playing around with this earlier on. So we're hoping that if we schedule them, you guys will get your notifications much earlier and you'll know exactly what time we're going to come on at. We did it for the podcast earlier on, but we had a bit of a technical hiccup at our end. Nothing to do with you guys. And it meant we had to restart the pod. But that's what we're going to try and do. We understand some people are having issues with notifications. It's not at our end. Everything is set up correctly. I can promise you that one. But we want you guys to get the notifications because we want you on here. This is your show, as we keep saying. We wouldn't have a late night agenda if it wasn't for you guys. So we hope this will sort out that issue for anyone that isn't getting the notifications. Joe Moynan said, do you think Fabinho will start tomorrow? I think he should because he's used to the French league style of play. I understand that point, Joe, and it's a valid point, but it's more about our style of play, I think, is the reason that he hasn't played so far. I think Klopp wants to make sure that he's used to the system that we play and he knows exactly what his role is. Now, will he play tomorrow? I don't think he'll start, just my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get some minutes from the bench. I would be probably looking more towards the Southampton game at the weekend for him to start. But again, buddy, I rarely get these team selections right. So we'll have to just wait and see what Mr. Klopp does tomorrow. Kill for Hire said, I wouldn't mind having Mane and Salah play striker with Naby as the 10. Genie, Milner, Fabinho in behind. Skipper Dog said, Salah up front, Shaqiri on the wing. And that's what I'd like to see as well, mate, if I'm being honest. And I think I remember Jurgen Klopp, or else I read an article during the summer. There was somewhere I heard mention of Mohamed Salah possibly playing more centrally at times this season. Now, we've seen it happen, I think, already, because a lot of the time he's the last man left forward, particularly when we're defending corners and stuff, and Bobby Firmino does drop back. Firmino has dropped back to do some more defensive work as well. I think Mohamed Salah is the one that gets a bit more freedom in our system, and people at times worry that that will leave Trent exposed, but I think our midfield is good enough to cover that gap. We need to leave Mohamed Salah to have a free role. I think you'd need to have that player in your system, particularly the way we play. And when he has the pace that he has, you know, the counter-attacks you've seen, how many times have we gone from defending a corner into all of a sudden having a 3-on-2 up the other end of the field, sometimes scoring, sometimes not. But that weapon, I call Mohamed Salah a weapon. It feels like a weird thing to say, but I mean it in the most loving and respectful way. He is just lethal. He is so dangerous to have. I see you've got an old Magnum PI mustache going on. No, mate, sometimes I just don't shave this bit. Sometimes I like to pretend that I can grow a beard, buddy, and sometimes I let it go for a few days. Then I realise that I'm a little weirdo that looks like a little prepubescent kid, and then I shave it off. I let myself fool myself into believing that I can actually grow a little goatee beard from time to time, and then my missus goes, look, you fucking idiot, will you go into the bathroom and shave that off? I'm not going out in public with you looking like that. Dirty Girl said, hello everybody in the chat, great to have you with us, Dirty Girl, a regular of course on the show, as you guys will know. One of our best contributors, one of our best mods as well. It's not a show unless Dirty Girl's in the house, so great to have you with us. Andrew Gould said, which manager in the Premier League will get the sack first? That's a pretty damn good question. If you asked me this 2 weeks ago, Andrew, the answer would have been Jose and more Jose, but he's starting to, you know, grind out a few results there. So, God, I'm going to have a quick think about it, Buddy. I'm going to have a quick think about it. You guys in the chat as well, I'd love to get your opinion. Who do you think will get the boot first? We've seen West Ham get a victory at the weekend. Of course, you're going to Everton. Of course, you're going to get a fucking win. If ever there's somewhere you wanted to go to break your streak, it's Goodison Park, isn't it? And Pellegrini went there, got his win, and now that monkey's off his back. So, you know, you can always guarantee 3 points at Everton because the Blues are shite. So, fair play to them for getting off. He probably is the one that a lot of people would have thought was going to get the sack. I said all along that I thought they had to give him grace this season and that their job would have been just to stay in the Premier League, allow those players to settle and come at it from next season. I don't know, man. It's a really good question, and it'd be easy to just pick the teams at the bottom, but you never know. You never know in the Premier League. It can be an absolutely fucking lunatic league, and something can just come out of anywhere. So I'm gonna wait and see what the guys think, because I can't give you a good answer because I don't really have anyone popping into my head. A lot of people saying the Everton manager, which would be absolutely hilarious if that was the case. Can you imagine that? They waited all this time to get the dude in and then just booted him out all of a sudden because Everton are shite. They're going to be shite regardless of who's there. They can talk about signings, how much money they have, new stadiums. They're just underachievers, always will be. I don't bother with notifications with you, Craig. I know you're on about 10 o'clock each night, said Mossy Wassy. That's what I try and do, buddy. I do try and get on here around that time every night. Sometimes I'm a few minutes early, sometimes I'm a few minutes late, but you're probably not too far wrong with that one. 10 o'clock is about where I'm at usually. Stephen Richards is having a massive debate here, debating on whether to put some toast on or not. What do you think? Never say no to toast, Stephen. It's always a winner. When have you ever had toast and not gone, do you know what, that was some nice fucking toast? The problem is, you have the 2 slices of toast, mate, and then you're still a little bit peckish, and you go back and you have another 1 or 2, and it's never the fucking same. Is it that 3rd slice? It's just not as good as the first 2. There's nothing nicer in the world than if your missus or your kids or something has a bag of crisps and you take 1 crisp out of the packet. That is the nicest crisp you're ever going to eat. Once you get a whole packet and dig in, it's just not the same, is it? So definitely, Stephen, defo, mate, get that toast on, whack it on, boil the kettle, sit back, kick in, relax and enjoy the rest of the show. What's wrong with Origi, said Imran Khan, mate. I could give you an answer on that. That would be, I don't know where to fucking start, but I'm sure you're talking about something in particular and I don't know the answer to that. I could tell you why I don't like Origi, but that's a whole another show. Osiris reckons Shaqiri right wing, Salah striker. Mane as left winger as always. What else have we got? I think a couple of people are actually replying to Joseph's toast point. Hang on here 1 sec. Origi needs his confidence back, said Imran. Connor, Dirty Girls tagging you and said, if I make Anfield Agenda flyers, do I get a free grey LFC shirt? I'm going to say no, because we don't get any free shirts either, believe it or not. Everything that we've had, even the ones we gave away, we paid for, which is, you know, we don't mind doing it because we love you guys, and we've always said anything we get in, we will be giving back out or putting back into the show. Connor and I never wanted to make a penny out of this, never do want to make a penny out of it. Everything we get will always be reinvested or given back out in prizes. Mo down the middle would be awesome, said Stephen Richards. Kill for Hire said, the picture of Firmino's eye poke made my stomach churn. I think it's one of those things, mate, that looks a lot worse in that still image than I think it was in real time. And look, it was a bad poke of the eye, but that image makes it look like he went to fucking town and really stuck his hand in there. Mossy Wassy said, Mbappe signed in January, the Mane Bobby front, Mbappe behind Salah. That'll be tasty, I'm not going to lie. He is the one player in the world who I think could make us unstoppable. Imagine that dude at Anfield. We ain't ever going to see it. Like, well, we'll see it tomorrow night, but we ain't ever going to see him in a Liverpool shirt. But I've said many times, I think he is the superstar of world football for the next few years. I read a comment today that made me fucking literally roar out laughing in the middle of my sitting room. My wife looked at me as if I was having a fucking fit or something. I read a comment from Antoine Griezmann that said that he now believes he's on the same level as Messi and Ronaldo. I'm going to say that again just in case you guys misheard or think you misheard me. I read a comment today from Antoine Griezmann that says that he now believes he is on the same level as Messi and Ronaldo. Come on, seriously? Griezmann, same level as Messi and Ronaldo. Fuck off. Fuck off, you absolute fraud. There is no way that fucker is on the same level as those two. I don't even like Cristiano Ronaldo. I respect the hell out of him as a footballer, but come on. Griezmann is nowhere near. Nowhere near. He's not even in the top 10 in the world for me. I thought that was one of the most fucking ludicrous statements I've heard from a footballer about himself as well. This wasn't even one of his other teammates bigging him up. This was out of the dude's own fucking mouth. Imran's going for a front three. Keita, Salah, Mane. I can't see that one happening, buddy. I really can't. And Keita can play further ahead, as we know, but to leave out Shaqiri as well, be interesting to see what midfield trio are we expecting. That's what Griezmann is deluded. What midfield trio are we expecting tomorrow, guys? Only a couple of days since the game against Spurs, so the players haven't had much time to rest. Again, let me know your thoughts. This is your show. I'm really interested to know how you're feeling on that one. Hello, Craig. We battered them on Saturday. Milner and Naby. Do you know what, Paul? James Milner, man. The bromance I have had with this guy over the past few months, after completely writing him off last season. I keep saying I owe him. I'm going to just keep apologising to him forever. For the history of my life, I'll just keep saying, sorry, Jimmy. I am so sorry. The doubts I had about him, and now the love I have for him, man. He's absolute quality. One of the best free signings in the Premier League. Joe Moyen said, I understand that Salah is amazing and I do love him, but can I just say Mane is the man on form and everybody seems to forget him. Do you believe he could be our top scorer this season? Joe, I think that's a cracking comment, buddy. I think you've hit it there. I said in pre-season that I think Sadio Mane getting that number 10 shirt has given him, I don't know, a little bit of arrogance, a little bit of pride, not more pride, but a little bit of shot of confidence or something. He seems like he's walking out with his chest out and he feels like the man, and that's fucking great. I absolutely love Sadio Mane. Some of the hate he's been getting in the past couple of days, and we spoke about this on last night's stream, really annoyed me, but I'm with you, Joe. I think he could be our top scorer this season. I think he definitely believes he could go on and be our top scorer this season, so it doesn't bother me if it's Mane the top scorer, if it's Firmino, if it's Salah. Man, I'm all about the club and the team, so as long as we're winning games, I don't care who's scoring the goals. But you are right, I do think he looks a little bit different this season and he feels like he can be the man. And why not? Why not? Got your diet chav, Craig, said Mossy Wassy. I mean, come on. You know I do. You know I do. Bin Child has been missing for a while now, said Pepper Red. He really has. It's been a while since we've seen is it the child who lives in a bin? It's been a while since he's popped in. I hope he's okay. I've no way of contacting him, so I can't even check. Knowing Chelsea, it'll be Luigi's brother who gets sacked first, said Ryan. Yeah, no, there's no way they're sacking him, to be fair. Do you think Nuno, the Wolves manager, would be a future Liverpool manager, said Stephen Richards. No, I don't think he'll be a future Liverpool manager. I think he's good enough, don't get me wrong. I think Nuno Espirito de Santo, I think his name is, which is a fucking beautiful name. Absolutely beautiful name. No, I think he'll go on and manage another big European club, alright, but I don't think it'll be Liverpool. But not because I don't think he's a good enough manager. He's an excellent manager. I just think it's going to be Stevie G after Jurgen Klopp. But I hope that's in at least 5 or 6 years. David Dallow said, Marco Silva, hopefully. I've been winding my blue nose mates up saying 3 more managers till Christmas and then send them back a glass. What's this? Send them in a break glass in case of emergency sign, but Allardyce's face behind it. Sorry. I ruined your comment again. Sean Dyche, only 1 point and missed out in Europe. That's an interesting comment, Anthony. It would be a massive call for Burnley to sack him, because didn't he just sign a new improved deal last season? And I think it makes him, I could be wrong on this, but I think the contract he signed made him the highest paid person at Burnley, including the players, I think. Again, you have to fact check me on that one. I have been known to be wrong. And by I mean known to be wrong, I mean all the fucking time, but I'm fairly sure I read something on that one. Get the toast on, said Matt. Damn fucking right, the toast is defo on, Steve, and he was never not putting that toast on. He was just letting us know that he was about to be stuffing his face. Milner is gonna own PSG, said Yasser. Well in, mate, well in. Jimmy Milner owns fucking everybody. Lots and lots of comments, guys, wow. I'm going to try and get through them as quickly as I can, because you guys have taken the time to write them. I want to do my best to get through as many of them as I can. Holy shit, I really have got far behind on the old chat. West Ham's Pellegrini will be gone first, said Skipper Dog. Stephen's already finished his host. He hoofed that into him. Jesus Christ, no messing around there. Most people think I hate Marmite. I love it, said James Fulham. Marmite is just wrong on so many levels, by the way. Anyone who eats Marmite should just look at themselves in the mirror and say, I'm a bad person. Ryan said, I say play Sturridge, give him a chance. He might see it as an opportunity and get some games under his belt and banging some goals. Origi just needs to get rid of that Jerry curl and he'll be alright, said Tonic. El Chapo, how are you, sir? Great to have you back with us. Rashford would be a beast with Klopp, said Imran. He's going to be a good player, young Rashford. I don't know what's going on at United. I don't know if he's just lacking form or if there's a problem with him and Jose. I don't know, but yeah, he's a quality footballer. Connor is going balls out here, and he's saying that he's convinced we're going to win 10-0 tomorrow. So absolutely no goals being conceded by the Reds. Do you know what? Connor's been right many times with European predictions. I laugh at a lot of the stuff the dude said. But he's right. And you know what? A bit of a surprise. Myself and Connor will be streaming live together tomorrow. Connor's coming up to my house. We're going to watch the game. We're going to do the watch along live in my living room. So you're going to get me and Connor together for that watch along tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we thought we had to do it. For a game as big as this one, the first Champions League game of the season, I said, come on Connor, get your ass up here, man. We get the dominoes in, we sit here, we relax, we watch the game, and we have a bit of crack with the guys. And fair play to him, he's making the drive up, so I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow night. Griezmann is on drugs, said Mega Nonky. He's never scored 60 goals a season, said Kaiser. Griezmann's deluded, Griezmann's a druggie, Griezmann's good but backup. Griezmann is savage, said El Chapo. Interesting. I think he's a good footballer, man, but I wouldn't put him anywhere near the bracket of those two gents. Joe said, do you think our squad is the strongest it's been for a while ahead of the Champions League winning side and Suarez and Gerrard's side? It's miles ahead of the Champions League winning side. I mean, absolutely miles ahead of that side. I think Graham Souness might have hit the nail on the head. This could be the strongest Liverpool squad since 1990. It's tough to put up an argument against that one, isn't it? You can use the argument that yes, they haven't won anything, but you know they've only been really assembled over the past 18 months. I mean, the real core of the team, the top quality players that have come in, like it's a frightening squad we're putting together. It's absolutely beautiful the way we've gone about it. Jurgen Klopp has been so clever in the way, and the recruitment team and Michael Edwards, they've been so clever about the way they've gone about assembling this squad. They didn't just go out and blow their load, overpay for players, and just, you know, pay mad wages. They were so cute about the way they went about it. Ryan said, Craig, did you see the video of the United squad being kept from public on the platform at a train station over the weekend? I didn't, mate, I didn't, but it doesn't surprise me at all. It absolutely doesn't surprise me at all. Footballers, unfortunately, for many reasons, are becoming less and less accessible to the public. Sometimes it's a matter of safety, sometimes it's a privacy thing. I don't know. Sometimes they might look at it as a focus thing for the players. You'll get every excuse under the sun from clubs. I think it's a shame because it's beautiful when sportsmen and women are accessible to the fans. One how do I want to say this? One franchise, if you want to say that. No, it's not a franchise. One sporting group that I think have it absolutely to a T is the UFC. And darts as well, to be fair. Darts are very good at it. Much less high profile, of course, than the Premier League. But I think the UFC are excellent at giving their fans some face-to-face time with the fighters. And I think Premier League clubs could look to do it a little bit more. They're great. When we go on tour to America and stuff, when the club goes on the pre-season tours, they're absolutely brilliant. They're really good about the way they put the players and the manager out there. Open training sessions, all that stuff. And that's great to see. I'm not being bitter at all about that because it's very rare that fans in Australia, America, Canada, Malaysia, Thailand, wherever it might be, it's very rare for those guys to be able to get up close and personal to the players. So when they're over there, why not? I just think sometimes it would be nice if it was a little bit more accessible here for fans to go week in, week out as well. We're seeing it getting harder and harder now, of course, with Melwood and stuff. With them not being able to stop outside anymore. And look, that's because of various reasons as well. A lot of it because of that prick who was sending kids up to cars and stuff, as I'm sure you've read about. Connor said, just out of curiosity, does anyone here read any comments on the video in the actual chat? So I'll leave you guys to answer that one. Who's seen Moyles' comments on Sky yesterday that was one striker short for challenging for the league when he was in charge? Are you talking about David Moyes at Manchester United? Anthony, because if he thinks he was one striker short, then he's one fucking sandwich short of a picnic. Yep, lots of people saying they do read the chat, Connor, by the way. Imran said Fabinho, Genie, Cato will destroy PSG. I love the way you're banging the drum for Fabinho, mate. Imran, I honestly do. I love that about you, buddy. You're a very, very loyal fan, and you put your cards on the table, and I really do love that about you. I don't think he's going to start personally, but I can't fault your attitude, mate. You're one of the most positive fans I've met on here, so I just want to congratulate you on that one. And I mean that sincerely. I'm not at all being snide. I really do love a bit of positivity. Anthony Peters is going for Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Robbo, and then a midfield of Naby, Milner and Genie with an unchanged front three. And of course, if the front three are fit, then yeah, I'm with you. I don't expect to change there either. El Chapo has been cloned, said Megan Anki. Baron Niggles, I don't think there'll be many changes for tomorrow's game, said Steve Lyons. Tom Boland says 20 minutes in, PSG, Mbappe comes racing down the wing. Milner decides that that's it, I'm having no more of it, I'm taking a yellow card, and just boots him into the stand. Connor said Bin Child liked the video of Eminem's diss on MGK. Maybe he just doesn't love us anymore. Maybe, but to be fair, while you brought that up, that Kill Shot song by Eminem is an absolute bag of shite, I have to say. Rap Devil, for me, is a million times better than that piece of shit that Eminem put back out. And look, I'm not comparing MGK to Eminem in any way, shape or form, but that diss song was a million times better than Kill Shot, in my humble opinion. Jace is in the house. Jace, how are you, sir? Great to have you back with us. Jace Roberts, are you looking forward to the game tomorrow, my friend? I've no doubt you are. It's brilliant, isn't it? Champions League football back at Anfield. Cannot wait. Hopefully we keep on our winning streak. I have to say we're 5 for 5 now as well, with competitive live streams on the channel, so can't beat that one. 5 streams, 5 wins. We're unbeaten. The Reds are unbeaten. Fingers crossed it keeps going. Nabil said, excited to see Milner hoof Neymar into the stands tomorrow. No Verratti, no Rabiot, no Buffon, says Jezza Kyle. Yeah, I didn't know about Rabiot, to be fair. I knew Verratti and Buffon were suspended, but I didn't know about Rabiot. Alpha G said, up the fucking Reds. Hope you guys are having a cracking day. And the people in the chat as well. Bring on PSG. Let's smash them. I'm with you, buddy. I cannot wait. I'll probably even be on for the warm-up show a little bit earlier. I'll be that excited that I think we'll be on nice and early. And just as a reminder, it is going to be myself and Connor tomorrow live streaming the game together. I say live streaming, we will of course not be showing any content. We'll be doing a usual watch along with commentary and a bit of chat as well. So cannot wait. A couple of people are saying Rabiot is playing. So like me, I hadn't heard anything about him being out. So it was a shock when I read that comment. So yeah, a couple of people saying that Rabiot is available. But on tomorrow, as I said, I hope you can join us for that one. We'll be probably going live at about 7:15. So jump on there and we'll be going right through to the end of the game. And then of course we'll be back with Good Cop, Bad Cop, our post-match show. Now, if anybody wants to come on the show, if anybody wants to come on after the game tomorrow and join Connor and myself for a bit of a chat and react to the game, jump onto the website or send me an email at anfieldagenda@outlook.com or go on the website and tag me in a post in the members chat section and I will hook you guys up, no problem. You can even get me on the Twitter account. If you want to DM us on the Twitter account, then by all means, guys, jump on there. But if you want to come on, you got to let me know, because let me know tomorrow. It'll be too late. I have a few things to sort out. So if anyone wants to come on to the show, let me know. There's space for 2 or 3 callers on there. Alpha G said, can't wait to own those French fry merchants tomorrow. And our own Jurgen Klopp said, don't worry everybody, I've briefed Andy, Trent and James Milner to send Neymar to Row Z. I'm thinking ahead here. Chat is flying through. Good luck keeping up with it, Craig. It's gone quick, man. It's gone quick. But you know what? I have to prepare myself for this, because as the channel grows, it's going to get quicker. And I'm just glad people are tuning in. I'm glad the regulars are here. I'm glad to see some new people, I think, as well. And if there are some new people joining, don't forget, guys, to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream. The channel keeps growing, and the more subscribers we get, the more reds we're reaching, so it really does mean a lot. So don't forget, if you're watching and you haven't yet subscribed, guys, hit that subscribe button. I'll turn on the snazzy little gif as well up in the corner there as well. Look at her go. There she is. Snazzy little gif up in the corner that Connor made. Craig and Connor sleepovers sound good. They're not going to be a sleepover, to be fair, Ryan. Connor will be coming up watching the game. I hope he can stay for the post-match show as well. But yeah, myself and Connor, first time we'll be doing it live together, so it should be a bit of fun. And just a shout out as well, I said it at the start of the stream, but some people may have missed it. We are doing a giveaway with our friends at Score Draw. So you guys know those Score Draw retro shirts. They're absolute quality. Raptor has one. I've got a couple of them myself. I think everybody's owned one at one stage or another. They're the go-to company for retro Liverpool shirts. So if you guys want to enter that competition, jump over to the Anfield Agenda Twitter account at Anfield Agenda. Connor has a competition post up there. Just retweet the post and make sure you're following both ourselves and at Score Draw Retro to be in with a chance to win any Liverpool retro shirt that you like from the collection, and we'll be giving it away after the post-match show tomorrow, just to one of our followers on there. So jump on there, retweet that post, and you could be in with a chance of giving that one away. If we get enough interest in this one, guys, this could be something we do a lot. So make sure you spread the word, make sure you let people know about the competition. If it goes well, if it goes well, the guys over at Retro Draw might be doing this with us on a permanent basis. So the more people we can get involved in the competition, the more love we can show the guys at Retro Draw, then why not? Yeah, it's absolute quality, I have to say. Score Draw, excuse me, I'm going with the at Retro Draw is the Twitter handle, at Score Draw Retro. My God, Craig, get your shit together. Yeah, so we're having a giveaway with our friends at Score Draw to give away any Liverpool shirt in their collection, and believe me, they have a collection. Go on to the website, scoredraw.com. Have a look on there. I think there's 7, 8, 9 shirts, a load of tracksuit tops, all the retro gear that we all love. Have a look on there, see what you think. Don't forget to follow at Scoredraw Retro, and of course follow ourselves at Anfield Agenda. Love giving stuff away, by the way. Absolutely love being able to give stuff to you guys. It's great. And it was great to be contacted by the guys as well. Love the chance to work with them, really do. Sleepover, lots of people playing sleepover. Come on everyone, chicken or ham on my pizza, asks Will. God, the questions about the grub are coming in tonight thick and fast. Ham is the answer, by the way, for me. Do you think Fabinho could be the man to stop Neymar? Not for me, Blakely. I don't think he'll be starting tomorrow, buddy, personally. It's a tough one though, because I can understand why people want to do to play. I can understand the shouts for people saying that he has experience playing against Paris Saint-Germain at his time at Monaco, but I think the problem with Klopp was always that he wasn't quite ready for our system. So until he's up to speed on our system, I don't think we'll see him just yet. But probably at the weekend. If I was guessing, mate, I'd say the weekend. Who plays right back for PSG? Asks the Mus Chu. I'm sure somebody got to be able to tell you that, man. I'm not that up on PSG's backline. I only worry about their strikers. I know Areola will be starting in goal as well because Buffon is suspended. So right back, honestly couldn't tell you. Can't remember off the top of my head. Sturridge last season wanted first team football. Sturridge this season understands his body and knows being part of players of Liverpool FC isn't a step down. It's brilliant for us, said Stephanie. He did get a chance, as you said. He went to West Brom last season. Mustn't have liked what he's seen there. Must have realised that there's fucking levels and that the club that he's at is miles ahead. So you're right. I think he's quite happy at this moment in time to be part of the squad. Get a few minutes here or there. Get a couple of games when we need to rotate. And just try and prove himself. Because let's not forget, he's in the last year of his contract. So he's playing for his future as well. Craig, is there anyone that holds their own in a press conference better than Klopp? Not from a sense of being good at what he does, no. Mourinho likes to make a press conference all about his whinging, whatever reason why. He could go in there in a great mood, but within 10 minutes he'll have a turn back round to talk about himself. Jurgen Klopp is just a personable guy, isn't he? He's just a lovable old scamp. So yeah, no, I think you're right. He's nailed on. Again, just a little shout out to my little sign for anyone who didn't see it. Look, treated myself to a little fuck 'em sign, didn't I? There you go. Little fuck 'em sign. Gotta have that one ready for future when I want to say it, because it'd be easier than saying I'll just hold it up and go, there you go, fuck 'em. Evening Craig, Sturridge I think will slot in tomorrow. 5-1. Gary Richards has gone 5-1 to the Reds tomorrow. That's a big prediction, Gary. I would love it. I would certainly love it if you're correct. Patbot said, hit the like button guys and subscribe. Don't forget to show the channel some love. Jessica Kyle said, I've been saying Verratti and Rabiot are out, mate, and you still ain't read it. I've read it, said it twice, and Rabiot isn't out, Jessica. A couple of people are saying that Rabiot absolutely is playing. I don't know about that one. I do know, as you said, that Verratti suspended. I know Buffon suspended, but I'd heard absolutely nothing on Rabiot. Anyone else invited to Craig and Connor's slumber party? Asked Thomas Boland. Absolutely not, mate. No, it's an absolute love-in between me and Connor tomorrow. Nobody else is allowed to come and play with us. My mammy's very strict on that. What else have we got in the chat here? So much to get through. I feel like I'm catching up with it though. I feel like I'm starting to get my way through it. PSG to be hit for 3 tomorrow, said Sean Patino. Up the Reds. DZB is in the house. DZB, how are you? Great to have you in with us from Glasgow. Anthony said, why he was Everton only United was playing better football. I don't understand what you mean there, Anthony, mate. R.I.P. to Enzo Calzaghe, said Megan Onke. Absolutely. My wife said that to me the other night, actually. We were on the stream. She sent me a message saying that Enzo Calzaghe had passed away. So absolutely. R.I.P. to Enzo Calzaghe, the man who masterminded Joe Calzaghe's career. His father, of course, had a very unique way, about him in the corner. I'd often see him shouting at Joe Calzaghe, slapping him across the face to try and get him to tune in. But one of boxing's big characters over the years. So thoughts and prayers to the Calzaghe family, of course. Hit the fucking smash button, folks. And Raptor, good night to you, buddy, as well. Thank you for the video earlier on. I haven't had a chance to look at it properly yet, buddy, but I will soon. Blakely said, Paris Saint-Germain president Nasser El Khalifi laid flowers at the Hillsborough Memorial. Respect. Yeah, it's a nice touch, to be fair. It is a very nice touch, so for fair play to him for that one. I'd expect nothing less, to be fair, because they are ones for respectful gestures. I mean, I think part of the reason they went about going after Neymar was that they felt massively disrespected by Barcelona after the comeback victory that Barcelona had over them in the Nou Camp. I think they felt that the way they were treated over there, and I'm not talking about on the field, I thought the way they think that the way they were treated by the higher up at Barcelona made them kind of pissed off, and I think that might have had part of the reason as to why they went after Neymar. I think they just did it to prove a point, as well as of course wanting the player. There has to be a part of them that wanted the player, but I think they were just showing Barcelona that they're fucking big now, they're serious, and that they're not going to put up with being treated the way they were treated. So yeah, well done to them today for that gesture. I wouldn't expect any less, to be fair. No, Stevie, Grandad isn't in goal for PSG tomorrow. He is suspended. Areola will be in goal. I wouldn't mind coming on. What's this? Paul said, I wouldn't mind coming on. I can't read that word, mate. On website. No idea what you're trying to say. Sean's gone 3-1 for the Reds. Mane, Milner and Salah. The Triple G fight was at 10 at night, but football is crazy over there, said Stephanie Hopkins. That Triple G fight, oh god, that seemed like a never ending fucking night, and for it to end the way it did, I don't even want to talk about it actually. Still pissed off over that fight. Alpha G said Mbappe has nightmares of Virgil van Dijk. Can't sleep because of him. Ever since the France game, he's just, having nightmares, waking up in sweat saying, no Virgil, no, not again Virgil, no Virgil. And then wait till he bumps into Joe Gomez, he won't know what the fuck hit him. Skipper Dog said, I fell asleep before the fight on Saturday night. Guys, I've something I wanted to read out actually. We were talking last night about the whole thing between Mane and Salah and how it's been blown out of all proportion and how I think it's bullshit and 99% of you guys think the same. But I had a little look today. Salah was asked about this and he shut it down pretty quickly. So when asked about his relationship with Roberto Firmino and Mane, Salah told France Football, "We're friends, we talk a lot. Generally, all three of us sit in the dressing room at the same place right after the matches. There's a real solidarity between us because we do not care who scores. Most of us want to just score, but we don't care who scores. Everyone works to make sure the other succeeds. As you can see, we all score." So there you go. Mo Salah saying what we all knew as well, that there is no fucking issue. So the people that want to just keep making problems for a club that aren't there can just fuck right off. I had a little rant about this, in particular one section of these fans on the podcast earlier on, so I feel like I've gotten it out of my system, but I just wanted to read that out to you guys because I read it earlier on and we spoke about it last night, so more of an update really. Stephen Richard said, "Craig used to have a score draw Real Madrid shirt, got it for subscribing to 442 magazine, quality stuff." And they're really, really nice shirts. And Connor said those shirts on the thumbnail, or Ryan said, excuse me, those shirts on the thumbnail look sexy. They really do make some nice shirts, I have to say. They make England shirts, Barcelona shirts, Juve, Inter, all the major European clubs, a lot of the Premier League teams, even some of the Football League sides. But most importantly on the shirts is they're really quality, they're really well made. Nothing pisses me off more than when you pay money for a shirt and it just comes and it's just horrible and cheap. And I think another thing about these guys is I think they have their price point spot on. They don't overcharge for their product. They don't undercharge either, because it's important you value your product fairly as well. And I think they have. "Craig, our Irish Santa, giving out this sweet goodie," said Ryan. Well, we've only been going, I think, less than 6 months now. And this will be our 6th or 7th shirt we've given away. So love doing it. Absolutely love being able to give stuff away. "Cool crown paints and Carlsberg tops on the website," said Damo. Absolutely, and I do advise you guys to go over there and check it out. Even if you don't win the competition or you're just looking for some shirts, you can't go wrong having a look at them because they're absolute quality. So just a shout out again that their Twitter handle is @ScoreDrawRetro and the website of course is scoredraw.com. Check out our pin. Is it a pin tweet, Connor? I'm not sure if it's a pin tweet on the account, but you know what, if it isn't, I'm going to make it the pin tweet right now. So it is now the pin tweet on the Anfield Agenda account, so jump over there and you can get a chance to enter the competition to win absolutely any of the Score Draw Liverpool retro shirts that you'd like. Just pick which shirt you want and the guys will send it out to you completely free of charge. "Craig, the first challenge on Neymar, I will pump my fist in the air, then I'll say, 'There, have that, you diving bastard.'" "Sturridge's mental state is much better than ever before," said Stephen Richards. Sam Allardyce has said he's delighted to announce that he's extended his rolling 2-year contract at Man United in the past few minutes. Guaranteed survival and unlimited gravy. What more could a man want? I mean, what more could you want, Sam? You have it there. You're living the dream, buddy. Kang, as he said, entered the shirt giveaway competition, Craig. Brilliant, mate. Best of luck, and I sincerely mean that. I wish I could give shirts away to everybody, but yeah, we will be giving that one away in the post-match show after the game tomorrow. "Daniel Sturridge played 6 minutes in total for West Brom," said Bashar. That's because he was injured as well, but when I said earlier on that he had a look there and realised it wasn't for him, what I meant more was the setup, mate, the way the club is run, the facilities, the whole professionalism around their club and the feeling within camp, the manager that he had to work with as well. I think he realised that the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and that things are quite damn good at Liverpool. James Fullen said, "We've won this 100%. PSG have a couple of good players that are injured or suspended." And Pepper Red said, "Classic fuck 'em sign, Craig." Thank you very much. We're working on some fuck 'em merch as well. We're trying to be a bit creative about it though, rather than just write the words fuck 'em. We're trying to be a bit more creative about the merchandise that we make up, because anybody could just write the words fuck 'em on a page and try and sell it, but it doesn't sit right with me. I like to do things a little bit more fun than that. Paul Murphy said, "Hey Craig, been listening here for a while, love it." Thank you very much, Paul. Great to have you with us, mate, and glad to hear you're enjoying the content. I hope everybody does, by the way. If everybody keeps tuning in, I'm sure you guys think it's okay. We've been getting lots of love lately from people that have nothing to do with Liverpool, which is really weird. We've received some lovely emails from people that have other podcasts and people that aren't even Liverpool fans complimented us on the channel and stuff, and it's so nice to hear because we put a lot of hard work into it. We try to be down to earth and we try to just be as chilled and relaxed as we can, but we want to be consistent and we want to try put out the best content we can. I know it's free, it always will be free, but that doesn't mean we can't treat it as professionally as possible. We're collecting Pauls on here, said Pepper Red. I think Jeannie said he liked by mistake for that post, I think you're saying. I think somebody mentioned that earlier on. Was it Louis or somebody mentioned that? He came out and said that he didn't mean to like the post. Bobby will play tomorrow and kick PSG's ass, said Vinny. Stephen Shaw said, I bet my mate we're going to smash PSG 5-0, and if we do, I'll show my ass in Tesco's window. I want a picture. I want a picture of you showing your ass in Tesco's window. We need proof on here, Stephen, if you have to do it, buddy. Robbie Hanna said, buzzing to have the Anfield European atmosphere back tomorrow. How many Neymars can you beat up at once, Craig? A shitload. A fucking shitload. I mean, anybody in the chat. Any of us could beat that little poodle-haired prat up. He's, I don't like that man one bit. I'm not going to get into it. I'm in too good of a mood to go on a rant tonight. Bashar said, if Bobby doesn't play, Daniel Sturridge will play and Shaqiri will come in for Keita. That's my feeling. And then Nabil said, there ain't no way in hell Naby Keita gets dropped for this game tomorrow. I like Hang Ozzy's comment, by the way, guys. It's something I often think about myself, and I think you're spot on. Coming to Anfield on a European night, you're basically starting the game 1-0 down. And people might laugh at that, mate. Opposition fans have laughed at it before, have laughed at us saying that the 12 man, have laughed at us saying that people buckle under the pressure, but time and time again, it's been proven that teams just can't handle it. And those that can handle it tend to be of the absolute highest calibre. Manchester City last year were favourites for the competition. Look what happened then. Bayern Munich a few years back came to Anfield, said they weren't going to choke. Look what happened then. Hoffenheim said they'd nothing to worry about with the Anfield atmosphere. Look what happened then. There's something special about it, guys. There's something in the air. The history within the ground. The football that's been played on that field over the years. The things those floodlights have seen. The songs that those stands have pumped out over the years. The players that the fans have seen take to that field. There's something about Anfield on a European night. There's something unexplainable, something in the air. I don't know what it is, but it's special and it's different and it can't be replicated. So whatever clubs think, however prepared they think they are, it's a different kettle of fish when you rock up. The Champions League anthem's playing, the players are pumped up, you'll never walk alone, screaming out from the cop. Every touch of the ball you have, the cop are hounding you, screaming at you, whistling at you, cheering the boys on, flags are waving, scarves are going round in the air, Allez, Allez, Allez is banging out in the stands. Trent Alexander-Arnold is booting Neymar up into the stand. Jurgen Klopp is fist pumping on the sidelines. Virgil van Dijk is looking slick as a motherfucker and Alisson Becker doesn't give a fuck. That's what you're in for when you come to Anfield. That's what you're up against. So best of luck to PSG tomorrow night. Best of luck to anybody else that comes to Anfield in the Champions League this season, because you're going to get your asses handed to you and you're going to be in for one hell of a fucking 90 minutes. Neymar needs a Flanagan tackle, said Alpha G. And Stephen Richards reckons Hendo to start tomorrow. Ryan, mate, I wish I was at Anfield tomorrow as well. I really fucking do. I would have loved to have gone over for this game. Naby probably scores this game. I believe Virgil a headed goal as well. Well, I've got my fiver on for my Virgil van Dijk header, as I promised I will do for every single game. The odds this one were only 16 to 1 I got for this one, so they weren't great. But yeah, he will score eventually. He'll score a header and I'm going to celebrate when he does. PSG just ain't prepared for us, the crowd or the team, said Pepper Red. The tight pitch will play out in our favour. Neymar and Mbappe need space to operate. Mbappe won't be able to produce those sprints on a small pitch, said Nabil Fekir. Love the positivity. I could sit here and just read through your chat all night and just see all the positive comments and the happiness in the fan base and how proud of the team people are and how much belief we now have that we can, like, we're here being a bit arrogant about one of the big clubs in Europe at the minute. with the best players in the world, and we're here thinking, yeah, fuck them, they're coming to Anfield tomorrow, they're getting their ass handed to them. I mean, it's some turnaround, isn't it, over the past 3 or 4 years for us. Bishar said, by the way, Craig, before Tottenham game, I wrote you that Liverpool will beat Tottenham and tie with PSG, but now I'm pretty sure we'll win tomorrow as well. Nothing wrong with changing your mind, buddy. I do it all the time. I hope you're right. I hope we do win tomorrow as well. And then we roll on into the game of the weekend against Southampton in good form. Southampton dropped a lead tonight in their game. Went 2-0 up, I think, if memory serves correct. Yeah, they went 2-0 up. We're pegged back to 2-2. So they're not going to be in the best of form. They'll be coming to Anfield a little bit down, hopefully. And Danny Ings, of course, can't play for Southampton next weekend because technically he's still a Liverpool player, even though it's a loan to buy. He can't play, so they'll be down a striker as well. James, buddy, thank you for joining on the stream, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy the game. Craig, I must admit my mouth is watering at the thought of us making it very nasty time for PSG. Just think the lads off Klopp will be sharp and ready to go. And Joe Shelton said, did you see the clip of Wenger when asked what was the best away game for him? He said Anfield is unique, easily the best. I didn't see it, Joe, but somebody did mention it to me a couple of days ago. And it's a massive compliment from Arsene Wenger because he's been around the game a long time. He will have been to many, many fucking stadiums. So for him to say Anfield is special, you know it means something. It is though, he's right. It's a special place. Can't be replicated. It's probably the best decision, even though I'm one for not believing in sentiment too much generally in life. I'm one that likes new things, new shiny things. I have to say that I think the ownership group probably got it right by not moving from Anfield. When at the time, I have to say I was all for leaving because, as I say, I'm not somebody who's very sentimental generally in life, but I'm glad they did now. I see that new main stand. It's a thing of fucking beauty. Obviously, we want the Annie Road extended and we want some more seats inside the stadium because we want to put more bums on those seats because there's fans that want fucking tickets. But at the same time, tomorrow, man, Champions League back at Anfield, where we belong. It's going to be a thing of beauty. It's going to be a fucking beautiful night. And I'm so glad to be able to come on here and join you guys for that one. To have Connor coming up to watch it as well. Hope you can join us. We'll be on about 7:15 or so. Hope it's going to be an absolute fucking cracking evening. And you know you're going to get a bit of fun when me and Connor are together as well. So pop along, join us on that one, and jump on the post-match show as well afterwards. What have we got here? Something about Thomas Tuchel somewhere. Where was it? There we go. Thomas Tuchel will be quaking in his boots, and the ref tomorrow night is the same ref from the crazy Dortmund night. I did not know that, Damo. There you go. History coming back to bite Tuchel in the ass once again. Dave on the podcast earlier on reckoned that we're going to race into an early lead on this one. A la last season, we're going to go out, blow teams away. So he reckons we could be 2 or 3-0 up after half an hour tomorrow night. I don't know. I have a feeling we'll concede an early goal tomorrow. I don't know why. I think we'll concede an early goal and then we'll come back into the game. And I'm going 4-2. I've said that all week. 4-2 for me in this one. I reckon it's going to be a high scoring game. But the Reds will just have too much in the end for Paris Saint-Germain. Stevie Richard said, Craig, the pre-match tension is making my toes tingle. I thought you were going to say your balls, mate. That would have been better, wouldn't it? Craig, the pre-match tension, man. It's making me balls tingle. Now that would have sounded so much better, wouldn't it, Stephen? Vinny said, I think we're going to come out all guns blazing and bang 3 goals in. So you're thinking right along the same way as Dave then in the pod? Will said, I've just entered the giveaway. Brilliant. Good luck, Will. Thank you for joining on the competition. I'm so happy. I said this earlier on. It's such a pleasure to be able to work with the guys at Score Draw because I absolutely love the shirts. So if you've just tuned in, you haven't heard, we're giving away any of the Liverpool retro shirts from Score Draw. Head over to the Anfield Agenda Twitter account at Anfield Agenda. You'll see a pinned tweet there. All the instructions are on there. Make sure you're following at Score Draw Retro. And of course following ourselves and retweet that competition post. Giving it away tomorrow in the post-match show. So hope you can join us for that one. And I sincerely do hope one of you guys wins it as well. Someone's going to win it. I hope it's one of our regulars in here. Michael Edwards probably negotiating a Rabiot fee right now, said Alpha G. I seen in one of the papers, actually, the European papers, that Barcelona are still confident of trying to get that deal done for Rabiot. PSG will shit themselves. Welcome to Anfield, a good warm welcome, and send shivers down their froggy arses, says Eric Worry. Love it, love it, love it. Cannot fucking wait for tomorrow. The champions! Love that fucking song. Cannot wait to hear that at Anfield again. Tarzan will be swinging between Robbo's pocket and Virgil's pocket, said Mossy Wossy tomorrow night. Thomas Boland said, I've already told my boss I'm out at 1 o'clock tomorrow, like it or lump it. That's it. Fucking lay it down from Tom. No fucking holding back. Man, I'm out of here tomorrow. The Reds are playing. Fuck you. Fuck this job. You need me more than I need you. I've got to go and support me boys. I imagine it went something along those lines, but in a much nicer way. Paul said, my stupid writing, you're going over the comment. I hope you read that Alisson's having a clean sheet and Mo and Sadio will do the rest. I would fucking love for Alisson to have another clean sheet tomorrow. It was very noticeable in the Spurs game that he'd obviously held back a little bit. He was being a little bit safer in the way he was playing. Didn't take those chances, was just clearing the balls. And and no doubt that was under instruction from Klopp that was a massive game. That everything had to be done by the book. No chances taken at all. Ryan said, Craig, can you comment can I comment or can I recommend, I think you meant to say, sorry, a good comedy film that I may not have watched. I'm knackered after doing walks with my dog. Good comedy film that you may not have watched. What country? Are you in Ireland, Ryan? Have you seen God, what's the film I'm looking for? The Young Offenders. Have you seen that movie? That's worth a watch, I suppose. I'm old school, man, so if you're asking me for comedies, you're getting stuff from right back in the day, like Blazing Saddles and stuff like that. That's the type of comedy that I generally be into. Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. That's another one of my favourite comedies. But you'd have to have seen Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society to really get that film. I'm sure the guys in the chat here can recommend a shit ton of movies to you, mate. So if anybody has a good recommendation of a comedy film for Ryan to watch, whack it up there, put it in the chat and let us know. Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, said Stephen Shaw, so there you go. Can't go wrong with a bit of Cheech and Chong. Harold and Kumar Get the Munchies is always good as well. Anything, it depends what type of humour you're in. Sometimes you just want to kick back, not think, and just watch shite, don't you? I often do that. I'm often watching the Trailer Park Boys. I just find myself vegging out and watching episode after episode of that, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Can't get enough of those two shows. I must have watched every episode about fucking 10 times at this point. Where was that Flowers comment gone? Flowers and welcome champagne, maybe caviar when the bus arrives tomorrow, said Eric. Probably not the welcome they're going to get, but I like where you're coming from. Wayne Denton said, so excited for tomorrow, I'll never sleep tonight. Think I may have to treat the wife. Why not, mate? She deserves one. Give her one for all of us, buddy. Pepper Red said, I was a junior school kid then, probably a glory hunter. Go on, Wayne, said Joseph. Get into her, son, get into her. If and when the front three click, someone is in for a serious hiding. Maybe this game, said Joe Shelton. A couple of us have said that over the season already, that someone's getting a fucking kicking this year. Someone is going to get an absolute hiding when the Reds click into gear. Ryan said, I just read something suggesting the same guy produces both Eminem and MGK's diss tracks. I'd be amazed if that was the case. I really would be amazed. That couldn't possibly be true, surely. Yeah, no, I find that hard to believe. I really do. Robbo has a nutmeg roll ready for Neymar. PSG must have shit themselves and Liverpool was drawn out of the hat, said Yasser. Everybody shit themselves and Liverpool was drawn out of the hat. You seen the big fucking hissy fit that the Napoli president had? Why are Liverpool in pot 3? Liverpool should have been in pot 3. Liverpool Champions League finalist last year. Liverpool should have been in pot 1. Well, tough shit, buddy. It is what it is. Liverpool are pot 3. Everybody knew they were pot 3, and now you're about to get your pot 2 ass whooped. So tough shit, Napoli. Tough shit, PSG. The Reds are going through this group. Whether they like it or not, we're going through this group. Neymar is a bully. Bullies get bullied at Anfield, said Alpha G. The phrase "talk shit, get banged" comes to mind, mate, with Neymar tomorrow. He's not going to get a fucking sniff. I've said this all week. That little poodle doesn't bother me at all. It's Kylian Mbappe that worries me. Did anyone see they're playing 2 matches, one at 6 and one at 8? I did see that, Joseph, and one of our Champions League games this year, at least one that I know of, will be that 6 o'clock kickoff. Can't remember which one it is. It might be the I think it's one of the Belgrade games actually, is at 6 o'clock. What else we got? Young Frankenstein, said Damo, as a comedy film worth watching. So many good films. So many good old school films as well to watch. Watch a good old episode of Mr. Bean, said Alpha G. Classic. The Big Bang Theory, said Tom Boland. Another great show. Oldie, but a good one is See No Evil, Hear No Evil. It is an absolute belter. Gene Wilder is an amazing actor. It's a really good comedy. They've done a few films together actually, didn't they? But yeah, that's a really good film. One my dad made me watch when I was a kid actually. Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, absolutely great film. You can't go wrong. They've done, as I said, they've done a few films together over the years. Joseph Reardon said there's a really good comedy going around called Manchester United. You may have seen it. Journeys of a Bus Driver. Rod is in the house. Rod, how are you, sir? Rod, you've only just joined us, so I'll let you know about the competition, mate, before you head off. We're running a competition with Score Draw, where we're giving away any of the Liverpool retro shirts in the Score Draw collection. Head over to the Twitter account, Rod, at Anfield Agenda, as you know. Jump over there, have a look at the pinned tweet. All you've got to do is retweet that tweet. Make sure you're following ourselves and at Score Draw Retro. And you could be in with a chance, mate. You could win that shirt tomorrow. We're giving it away after the PSG game. Coca-Cola in serious talk to make cannabis-induced drinks. So much crazy stuff on Lad Bible tonight. I would love it to be legalised over here, I have to say. I'm not even going to pretend about it. I would love weed to be legalised for various reasons. Obviously from a personal standpoint of wanting to enjoy myself, but I just think that it has so many benefits as well. But look, that's a whole other podcast, a whole other debate. I'm only mentioning it because Ryan brought it up there, but it doesn't surprise me that Coca-Cola might be looking to make a cannabis-induced drink, because if it's legal, if there's going to be a market there, if soft drinks are going to be made, then of course they're going to be one of the part of the conversation. Beetlejuice. There's a film from James Painter. Proper old school there. Beetlejuice. Can't go wrong with a bit of Beetlejuice. Okay, there's a bit of French going on in the chat here as well, but I'm going to gloss over that. Everybody's trying to prove how shit they are French, but the looks of it. Hangover is Yasser. Good comedy there from Yasser. Hangover. Joe, buddy, no problem. Time for the labba, which of course is bed in Irish, if anybody's wondering what he means when he says time for the labba. And calling you as well, mate. We'll chat to you tomorrow, buddy. Why are modern fans obsessed with meaningless trophies and not progression? Said Alpha G. Don't know, buddy. Can't speak on behalf of modern fans. We had a conversation on the pod earlier on about the difference between fans coming to support Liverpool and fans supporting particular players. Most of the conversation was around Mohamed Salah and how he has such a massive following, obviously, from Egypt, and rightly so. I mean, he's an Egyptian superstar. But for me, if these people are going to come, and I'm not just pointing at Egyptians here, I'm literally talking about any fans around the world that only follow a player. I don't get that. If you're a Liverpool Football Club fan, then you fucking follow Liverpool Football Club. If you love Mo Salah, you love Sadio Mane, you love Bobby Firmino, that's absolutely brilliant. But to see some of the people giving abuse to other players because they didn't pass a ball to the guy they love, or frustrated because the guy they love didn't score and they're looking to blame other people, as far as I'm concerned, these people can fuck right off. I want fans of Liverpool Football Club. You can like a player, of course you can. We all love individual players, but first and foremost, guys, we are Liverpool Football Club fans. And I'm not having it. I'm not having any of these pricks coming along and talking badly about our players or hounding our players, trolling them on social media Nah, not for me. It's not what we need in the game. They can buy all the shirts they want, they can say what they want, but unless they respect our club and our players, in my humble opinion, they can all fuck right off. As the sign says there, I'm just going to hold it up for them. That's a special one for all them. Fuck them. "40-year-old virgin." Jace loves to give that one a shout out. I don't think that's the first time, Jace, if memory serves correct, you've suggested 40-year-old virgin. Ryan said, maybe Coca-Cola is looking to build their stock after Elon Musk smoked it on camera. It didn't plummet Tesla stock. Why would it? Elon Musk's a fucking superstar. Dude can do what the fuck he wants. He's got so much money and so much pull that he can do what he wants. And as you said, he didn't break the law. He didn't do anything illegal. Well, Craig, how's it going? Any news on this hurricane that's supposed to hit us? Sorry to change the subject, just want to get your insight. That's the first I've heard of it, Jake. Honest to God, mate. I don't get time to look at the news a lot of the time, so if there's a hurricane coming, then it's news to me, buddy, and I suppose I should get my ass ready for it. Eddie Murphy movies, pick any of them, said Yassar. Coming to America. There you go. Damon nailed it with that one. That's a film. I'm going to Queens to find my queen. McDowell's as well, the burger joint. It's like McDonald's, but it's not. It's like a Big Mac, but it's a Big Mick. Hitler's Downfall, Rod said, is a film. It's hilarious. And Jay said, either that or watch a bit of Only Fools and Horses. You can't go wrong with a bit of Only Fools and Horses. We've had this conversation loads of times on our shows. I absolutely adore Only Fools and Horses. What's better, Irish or English McDonald's, Craig, said Alpha G. Irish. Everything Irish is better, mate. Irish food's always better, infinitely better, forever better. The honest answer is I don't know. I have no idea if there's any difference at all. There's a massive difference though between the Irish English McDonald's and the American McDonald's. I will say there's a massive difference between the two in my eyes. I prefer the food over this side, but of course that's because my palate is used to the difference in food. There is a difference in the taste. You can see that around the world with the flavours of crisps and stuff. Flavours vary, different palates for different parts of the world, but I don't know if there's any difference between the Irish and the English one really, to be honest. The Dictator starring Gaddafi, Rod said. Well, do you know what, guys? That seems as good a place as any to head into tonight's last 15 minutes then, doesn't it? We can have a little chat about films, best comedy films. I mean, it was brought up earlier on, so why not have a chat about it? If anybody wants, by the way, I put the donate link into the chat there. If anybody wants to jump on and buy Connor and I a cup of coffee or anything, the link is in there. Also, just want to say, if you're watching the stream and you haven't yet given us a thumbs up, please take a second to do that. And of course, if you're new or if you're watching this for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, guys, because all our content is 100% free on here. We do live streams every night, watch-alongs of all the Liverpool games, including post-match shows, and we do weekly podcasts as well. So lots of content, all 100% free. Why not subscribe? Guys, we hope you can join us, by the way, for the watch-along tomorrow. We'll be on at about 7:15. Connor is joining me live in my house, so he's coming up. We're going to watch this game together. We're going to film it down the sitting room, actually, in the living room for a change. So be a bit of a change of scenery for the camera angle and stuff. Should be a bit of fun. It will be a bit of fun. It'll definitely be a bit of fun, but it'll be even more fun if the Reds go and destroy Paris Saint-Germain tomorrow night. So hope you can join us for that one, and we'll be giving away the shirt. After that, the shirt that we teamed up with the guys at Score Draw to give away. We'll be giving that away in the post-match show tomorrow. My favourite comedy movie is the Hodgson era. That wasn't a comedy, Alpha. Jesus Christ, that was far from a comedy. That was like Nightmare on Elm Street. Jesus, that was a horrendous period. Hangover 1 was genius, said Pepper Red. The Brothers Grimsby is funny. It is funny. You should only be vaping at your age. The first Dumb and Dumber, said Thomas Boland. Why discuss totally depressing movies, Rod? That's not the type of mindset we want to be in. Senior Alflamo said, love to see Ingsy back on the field today. Really had some impressive improvements and great goal, yeah, and a goal, but it was a penalty to be fair, so He did look really sharp though. He's getting back to it, isn't he? It is just great to see him get game time. He had such a hard 3 years at Liverpool with injury, so great to see him back on the field, of course. He said, great lad, hope he stays injury free and wish him all the best. I don't think you'll find a Liverpool fan who doesn't think the same way, buddy. It just, he didn't get the break of the ball at Liverpool, unfortunately, and it sometimes happens in life, but the dude's a top footballer, so he will rebuild himself and have a good solid career in the Premier League because he's that level of footballer. Phone booth, said Pepper Red. Colin Farrell. Phone box, we call that in Ireland, by the way. You kicking your missus out for the day, said Stephen Shaw. Nah, mate, nah. She'll do something with the kids or something. Maybe she'll go swimming with them or bring them to the cinema or something. I don't know. It'll end up costing me money somehow. Put it that way. Alpha G said, thankfully I got into football during the 13-14 season. That was some fucking season, mate. You picked one hell of a season to get into football. Jesus Christ, that was one roller coaster of a season. Some marvellous moments, some heartbreaking moments, and a great introduction for you to being a Liverpool fan, buddy. So, good show. Good pick of that one to join. Whoever put you on to football in that season did you a massive favour. Pepper, phone booth, is that a Phil? In my time, phone booths were used for snogging. It's a Colin Farrell film, mate. It's not a comedy. It's a Colin Farrell film, but it's a very good film. The Snapper. Now there's a fucking film from Damo. The Snapper, one of the best Irish films of all time. Absolute classic. I'd recommend it to anybody. Anybody who wants to see a film, look at The Snapper. Or The Commitments. I'm sure most of you guys have seen The Commitments, but The Commitments, The Snapper and The Van, 3 of the best out of Ireland. Still crazy, I'm putting myself forward on the website. Stir crazy, excuse me. I'm putting myself forward on the website, said Paul Connell. Grand, I will check into that one, buddy. Paul, make sure, by the way, just to let you know, anyone that's coming on needs to obviously have the computer set up. We will be sending them an email link. They'll need to set that up. And we'll need you to have a set of headphones. But apart from that, we will make sure you're good to go tomorrow. Mike Bassett, England manager. That was a good film. Who the fuck are these guys, Benson and Hedges? You wrote them down on the list. No, we didn't. They're on the back of a cigarette packet. England will be playing 4-4-2. Mike Bassett, England manager. It is a great film. Connor has put a link into the Score Draw Retro shirt giveaway there in the chat for anybody who wants to just click on it and go straight to the post. So thanks for that one, buddy. What is a film, Damo? A movie, a different type of movie. We call them movies, some people call them films. Although some people state there is a difference between a movie and a film. The other guys with Will Ferrell, said Megan Onke. Smokey and the Bandit or Cannonball 1. R.I.P. Burt Reynolds, said Luke Skywalker. Craig, how did you celebrate the Coutinho goal versus City? I was in my living room. I had a few friends and my cousin over, and I think I ran up and down the living room screaming like a lunatic, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I was getting nervous at that point. City forced their way back into the game, but what a strike that was from Coutinho. If memory serves me correct, wasn't there a mistake from Company that led to that one? But yeah, what a strike. You alright, Sharon? You alright? Here's a tenner, Sharon. Go get yourself some sweeties. I mean, a few drinks. Sorry, for people who haven't seen the film, they won't have a clue what I'm talking about there. Blazing Saddles, Megan Onke. You can't go wrong with that one. I often say to people, can you imagine somebody pitching Blazing Saddles to a movie producer now and trying to get it made? Never happen. Yes, Paul, mate, you do have to have a computer to join in on the streams. Absolutely. It's totally needed. Jace Roberts said, 40-year-old virgin, oh wait, deja vu, Along Came Polly is underrated and very funny, Grown Ups is great. I didn't enjoy Grown Ups as much as I thought I would have, Jace, actually, if I'm being honest. And the second one as well, I thought was really poor. But yeah, on that one, Paul, mate, you do have to have a computer, unfortunately, buddy. The program that we're going to send, you need to have a computer to open it up in order to get onto the phone into the stream. Blazing Saddles again from Paul. What a film. What a film. It was a Portuguese sailor lad. I don't care if it was a Pakistani postman or a fucking Portuguese sailor, mate. I'm Pedro the Sailor Man. Doo doo. I'd rather watch some history or science documentaries. Knowledge is king, said Skipper Dog. Sometimes though you just need to veg out, don't you? You just need to kick back and relax and just let the screen unfold in front of you and not have to use your mind. Trailer Park Boys is king for me for that. I've seen Twin Town as well. That is a mad film. That's the two Welsh guys, isn't it? If memory serves correct. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. What a film. What a film that is. Mallrats as well is another great film. Chase and Amy is a bit of a different film actually from Kevin Smith, but still a good film. I could do an entire podcast about all those films from Kevin Smith. That was my teenage years watching those films. If you could decide, Craig, what would be your lineup tomorrow? Said Senior El Flamo. Alisson, Trent, Virgil, Joe Gomez, Andy Robertson, Gini Wijnaldum, James Milner, Naby Keita, and then the front three. I wouldn't change anybody, mate. Grown Ups 2 was awful in fairness, said Jace. Mini Driver in Hunky Dory, said Damo. Skipper Dog likes war films. Yeah, not my cup of tea, but they're a massive marker for war films, to be fair. Firmino will play or not. Don't know. We're all waiting to see. He didn't train today, Naruto, so we're not sure. I hope he will. I really hope he will, but I think it might be a decision left right until the last minute, mate. Good night, Finny, buddy. Thanks for joining us, and we'll chat to you tomorrow. Jim Wright said, evening, what are your thoughts on tomorrow's game? I'm split really, would love a Champions League run again, as it's only going to keep strengthening us as a club moving forward. Some huge games in the next 4 weeks. I can't wait. Jim, I cannot wait for the game tomorrow, mate. I think I've said about 1 million times actually tonight. I can't wait for the game. I think we're going to beat them 4-2. I think it's going to be a really entertaining game. I have a funny feeling we're going to concede an early goal. I don't know why. I just think we'll concede a really early goal tomorrow. I hope I'm wrong. But either way, I see us running out on top. And like you, I'd like a Champions League run, but I got to be honest, the Premier League for me is where it's all about. Oh, that reminds me. I said again there, by the way. Fucking hell. I'm going to have to slap myself every time I say that word. Just quickly, I forgot to say this on last night's stream, I think. What did you guys make of Gary Neville's comments? Now, he kind of went on to say a little bit they were taken out of context, but basically the gist of what he was saying was that he thinks Liverpool need to concentrate on the Premier League because this is a great chance for them to go on and lift their Premier League title. Jurgen Klopp was a little bit confused by those comments. Let me know what you think. I kind of understand where he was coming from, but at the same time, we can't really just concentrate on the Premier League. I'd be all up for throwing away the 2 cups, by the way. And by throwing away, I mean playing the younger players. Definitely. Fuck the FA Cup and fuck the League Cup for me. It's Champions League and the Premier League as far as I'm concerned. I know people will go mad. I know people want a trophy, but it's the big 2 for me. Champions League, Premier League. And Premier League is top of the pile as far as I'm concerned, but I'd just like to see what you think of Gary Neville's comments. Did you think it was a little bit too far? Did you agree with Jurgen Klopp? Or do you think there's some sense behind what he's saying? I don't think he meant them in any way as a derogatory comment or to try and undermine Liverpool or anything. I really don't think that was what he was trying to do. A lot of the time I would happily say that as United fans or somebody like him would be trying to get under our skin or wind us up, but I think he was being sincere in what he was saying, and there is some sense to it. But there's also a lot of sense to Jurgen Klopp saying that you can't really just concentrate on one competition. What are you supposed to do with the likes of the Champions League? Just go out and roll over and say, no, sorry, we're worrying about Southampton next weekend. A fish called Wanda is a suggestion by Rod. That's old school as well, Rod. I love some of the old school comments on here tonight for films. The Fockers was a laugh, said Eric. Dude, where's my car? Jace, you seem to be like me, mate. You seem to like some of the really silly comedies. Jason, I'm sure you've seen Don't Be a Menace to South Central Wood drinking your juice on the hood. In fact, I'd be amazed if you hadn't seen it. Matthew on Periscope said, do you think Spurs would draw Oh, where's that gone? Shit, sorry mate, I've lost your comment. If you can put it back in there, buddy, I'll read it out. I'm sorry, it just moved too quick for me on the screen, and on Periscope I cannot pull back the chat. I can't get the channel, the comments back. I can do it on YouTube, but I can't do it on Periscope. I see a similar game as City last year, said Yasser. They'll be bamboozled. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was a belter of a film, Mega Donkey. That was an absolute beauty of a film. I don't think you can say you've had a teenage lifespan until you've read that or watched that film. Jim Wright said, I think Neville is wrong. Too many times you can lose consistency if you change the team too much. Yes, you can add an extra 10 games a season, but the momentum it can keep is unquestionable. You've got to keep trying to win. I get you on that one. Winning breeds winning, and winning is... What's the phrase they say? Winning is a habit, and it's a good habit to get into. So yeah, if you can keep winning, why not? Keep that truck rolling on. And we are 5 from 5 so far. Hopefully going to make it 6 from 6 tomorrow. The Goonies, Young Frankenstein, some more film suggestions. The Goonies is brilliant. Love that film. That was one of my favourite films as a child, actually. There was a little bit of scary moments in it as well if you were a kid. But really good film. Stand By Me actually is another great film. Not a comedy, but it's a great film. Ryan, buddy, talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for joining the stream. I'd like to try and say goodbye to everyone. Right, did you think Spurs would have drawn with us on Saturday and Neville would have had a good word to say? I was worried about that game on Saturday, I'm not going to lie. They didn't draw, so it's tough to know what Neville would have done. But as I said, I think he was being sincere, mate. I do think he was being sincere. But he doesn't want us to win the league, let's be honest about that one. He definitely doesn't want us to win the league. He said, I think he said something along the lines of we'd fucking move out of the country or something if Liverpool won the league. And thank you for posting the comment back in. I tried my best to read it, but it moved so quickly up the screen that it went away from me. Feck, battery dying. Got a bail. Night to all you beautiful Reds, said Damo. Talk to you soon, buddy. No doubt we'll see you for the game tomorrow anyway. If Bobby's not fit to play, I think Sturridge has deserved a start, said Jim. We did ask that question earlier on, so I suppose you've answered it for me, Jim. I asked people would they prefer to see Sturridge go in as a like-for-like replacement for Bobby, or would they prefer to see Shaqiri perhaps come in and Salah pushed into the centre. But you've given me your thought on it, and it was about a 50-50 split, if memory serves correct, between what fans wanted to see. We all want Bobby to be fit though, so fingers crossed he does make it tomorrow night. Why was he hidden? I've no idea, Joseph, what you're talking about. It wasn't by me anyway. If somebody hit a comment, it wasn't me that did it. I want to see Mane, Salah and Shaqiri, said Lars. Paul, talk to you soon, buddy. Right, where are we going? An hour and... We're nearly at an hour and 30, so probably another 5 or 6 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to have to call it a night because it's going to be a long day tomorrow, and we had the podcast tonight as well, earlier on. Well, so a lot of people are saying goodnight to Paul. Cool, I might be able to get out of here now, actually. Rod said, Lars, yes, I'm keen to see Big Shaqiri too. It would be interesting to see him get a run out, to be fair. He does deserve it. Every time he's come on, he's looked absolute quality for us. Hasn't put a foot wrong. And look, he's only had little fleeting glimpses, but why not bring him on, get him playing. Right, so just another shout for the giveaway that we're doing. We're giving away, tomorrow night, we're giving away any of the shirts from the Liverpool collection from Score Draw. And if you guys are like me, you probably already own one of the Score Draw shirts because they're absolute quality. Head over to the Anfield Agenda Twitter account. Have a look for the pinned tweet on there. All you have to do basically to enter this competition is retweet that pinned tweet and make sure you're following both at Score Draw Retro and ourselves at Anfield Agenda. That's it. Really simple, really straightforward, and we'll be giving away that tomorrow night. So thank you to the guys at Score Draw, by the way, for getting in touch. It's a pleasure to work with them. They're a company who I do hold in high regard, so it was great for them to email us today and get in touch and look to do something. Hopefully we can do it going forward, but if you guys want us to do more of this type of thing, then Get as many people as you can over to that competition page. Get them retweeting the post. Get them sharing the links. Let them know about it, because the more people we get going, the more people we can get to follow their account, the more likely they are to want to work with us in the future. And do you know what? We want to give stuff away to you guys. So if you guys can help us out, then we'll all be able to benefit from this one. So please do let Reds know. Retweet that link. Retweet the post on the page, and let the Reds fans know that there's a shirt there to give away tomorrow. Jace, I will talk to you soon, buddy. Thank you for joining us on the stream, and I cannot fucking wait for tomorrow's game. Right guys, last shout out as well. If you're watching this and you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, please do so. And of course, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, what the hell are you waiting for? Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. James said it's going to be a cracker of a game tomorrow. Sorry for the late arrival tonight. Speak to you soon. No problem, buddy. Thank you for joining us. And again, thank you to everybody for joining us on tonight's stream. Thank you to those of you who were with us earlier on for the video podcast with myself, Christian and Dave. It was a little bit shorter than normal. There was a little bit of a technical issue at the end with Christian's microphone, but that's because he was away travelling with work. I'll be here tomorrow with Connor live, 7:15, ready. Myself and Connor in the one room. We're going to be videoing tomorrow live from my living room, so I hope you can join us for that one. It's going to be a big night at Anfield tomorrow. Champions League is back, baby. The Reds against PSG. We'll talk to you then. Until tomorrow, up the motherfucking Reds.